This Friday, see what critics are calling a cold-blooded masterpiece.
Hello, Finney. You're dead. Dead is just a word. Did you think our story was over?
Discover the secret
You brought us here for a reason.
behind the mask.
What do you think happens when you die? It's time to find out.
Ethan Hawke,
I'm not afraid of you. You should be.
Black Phone 2, only in theaters Friday. Rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent.
The detective said missing kids usually come home. What happens when they don't?
Based on a true story.
Police looking for John Gacy.
We discovered bodies. By the looks of it, they're younger men. The things he did to those kids. He's sick.
The system failed these families.
Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Do you know how many there are?
Up to you to find out.
1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster.
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honey Bee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. 31 Days of Horror. Mars Needs Movies. And my guest is Caleb Mendez. Welcome back to the show, Caleb.
Me, it's always a pleasure to be here.
This is the 5th year of us doing this, man.
Oh, okay. Yes, it is, because we did Possessor, and then American Werewolf in London and Paris. We did the double feature.
Yeah.
Only Lovers Left Alive.
As punishment. Yeah.
And then #Alive last year. So yeah, this would be 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you've been here every year.
Yeah.
And twice that one year because everybody was going to want to do American Werewolf in London. So as punishment, whoever got that one had to do American Werewolf in Paris.
You know, I saw
make it fair.
one great movie and then one really bad one.
Yeah. So this year's theme, as I said, is Mars Needs Movies. We're looking at movies that involve alien invasions, incursions, infiltrations, and visitations. Today's movie is an infiltration movie. And it is Under the Skin from 2013. Caleb, you always pick the artsy-fartsy movies. I mean, it was on my list, but I knew that you would pick this one. So why did you choose this movie other than it was the artsiest one on the list?
This movie had been on my list for a little bit, and I had seen the director Jonathan Glazer's movie Zone of Interest, 2023, I believe, his movie about the Holocaust, and it was also very artsy, and I liked the way it was directed. And so when I saw this movie on your list, I was like, I liked the one movie that I saw from him. Let's just see what it was like 10 years ago.
Okay.
See what he was doing, what he was cooking up.
Okay. Let's see here. It is, yes, directed by Jonathan Glazer, written by Walter Campbell and Jonathan Glazer. It is 108 minutes in English, in color. The budget, oh dear.
Yeah, I know the budget.
$13.3 million or 8 million pounds, and the box office was $7.2 million. So even if that had been 7.2 million pounds, it still would not have been a profit. That is unfortunate. The cast is Scarlett Johansson as the female, and Jessica Mance portrays the female in her alien form. Jeremy McWilliams as the bad man, Lindsay Taylor McKay as the dead woman, Dougie McConnell as pickup man, Kevin McAllendon as first victim, Christoph Haydick as the swimmer, Roy Armstrong as father at beach, Allison Chand as mother at beach, Joe Suzula as man at club, Paul Bannigan as Andrew. Wow, somebody that actually has a name, Andrew. Scott Diamond as the Nervous Man, Adam Pearson as the Deformed Man, and Dave Action. Wow.
What a name. What a name.
As the Logger.
You know, yeah, looking into the movie, a lot of the budget went into some of the camera rigs for like the van, because a lot of the movie is just non-actors. It's just regular normal people where they were shooting on location. So the shots of Scarlett Johansson in her van kind of driving through town is just actually her driving through town.
Yeah.
Real fun.
Well, and the Deformed Man, that is not makeup. That's just him.
Yeah, that
was his first film, I guess, but it looks like he's gone on to do some other stuff.
Yes.
According to the Wikipedia.
I haven't seen anything else he's done, but I do know that he's been in other things.
Well, it says actor, television presenter, and campaigner. So I guess he's hosted some stuff over in Britain. I don't know.
Heck yeah, man.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. So yeah, the Scarlett Johansson takes place in Britain. I think she's doing a fine job with the accent.
Yeah.
She is an alien who is wearing a human disguise. She's got a person suit.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't. It doesn't appear that she's snatched anybody else's body or taken anyone else's place. She's just wearing a human costume.
Yeah.
And she's going around trying to pick up men, but specifically ones that won't be missed, I guess. Looking for people that aren't married, maybe don't have any family around. And then she does something to them, and it's not entirely clear what it is she does.
It's very ambiguous. Yes.
Yeah, it's some kind of a seduction. They seem to think they're going to be having sex, but they don't. And what we see is them being taken into sort of what I called a metaphorical space. Wikipedia called it another dimension. But I'm not entirely sure if they were actually there or not, except there is that one scene where one guy sees another guy who's been brought there. But she takes them, well, in the beginning, there's a dead woman and she just steals her clothes. I'm
not too sure.
It's not clear why. She could have just gone and got some clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know if because it's a different actress. She hasn't taken her place.
No.
And I checked that because it was a little hard to tell in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And she interacts with this dead body in a white, otherworldly space when she takes her clothes. And then when she seduces these men, they go into an all black space. And she kind of walks along and beckons them forward. And they're naked, but are they really naked? Probably, maybe. Well, I guess based on what happens to the deformed guy, they are. As they walk forward, they sink down into some kind of fluid or water or something, and then are just trapped down there.
Yeah.
So
I think whenever I was watching it, I agree with you that it's sort of like a metaphorical space, I guess. I'm not sure what, it really is, but it does feel like this otherworldly, ethereal, just kind of void. And like you said, they sink into the floor and they're just kind of stuck there in that fluid. The way that I kind of was piecing together what was going on with Scarlett Johansson's character and the man on the motorcycle in the movie, the Bad Man, I guess that's what he was called.
Yeah.
Is the Bad Man is what I'm going to assume is one of the male aliens, and it is Scarlett Johansson's character's job as like one of the female aliens to seduce these men, bring them back, and I think they're being used, like the men are being used as food.
Yeah, this is unclear. Yeah, it could be. I don't know what other reason there would be. But they're getting some kind of energy. I guess it did look like that one guy was kind of being digested under there.
Yeah, because there's that one scene where, the guy is floating and all of a sudden it's like all of the meat and bone in his body just got sucked up, and it was just skin, just kind of floating in the liquid. And then it showed a short scene of what looked like blood and meat kind of going into like a furnace. I'm not sure. And the other reason I say that I'm pretty sure they're being eaten is I did a little quick look up. This movie is based off of a novel of the same name.
Okay.
And that is the premise of the novel, is there's this female alien, and they explain what the alien looks like in the book, I guess. I like that the movie left it pretty ambiguous. But in the book, her character is seducing men for food for her species because human is a delicacy to them, I guess. I mean, that's a very straightforward way in a novel. I like the way the movie did it better because I could just kind of leave it artsy. Like you said, it's a very artsy movie, mostly silent. There's not a lot of dialogue in this movie.
Yeah.
And that was something I liked.
Now, I can see, I mean, humans will go to some extraordinary lengths to get things that we consider delicacies. So I could see aliens doing that because it's not an invasion movie. They're not trying to take over. It's just a small incursion with an infiltration factor. They're disguised as humans. And yeah, it seems to be the bad man's job to kind of clean up after her.
Yeah.
And so we see her seduce a couple of these guys. We get a little more information on like the second or third one. But then she seduces this deformed man. And it's not clear what happens exactly, but he gets away. It kind of seems like she let him go, but the bad man's not having it. And he somehow knows exactly where the guy's going to run. The poor guy's running naked through a field, and the bad man knows what yard he's going to cut through and try and get to the street, and cuts him off and steals a car and shoves him in the trunk.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah.
But it did seem like she felt kindly towards him.
Yeah. For the first time, in the movie, there was a sort of like an empathy, I guess. Because most of the time, from what I remember, she didn't let any of the men touch her, and everyone was easy to seduce. And then when it came to him, there was a bit more work put in, and he touched her.
Yeah. Well, because he's very wary. He's untrusting. She could be making fun of him. He's not sure. He's,
And I think
she's not used to people being nice.
Yeah, there was that bit of humanity, I think, that intrigued her character, which caused her to let him go and then go on the run. Because right after that, she runs off. Yeah.
So she seems to be sort of flirting with being human, becoming more connected to this. She's constantly looking at herself in the mirror in her human disguise. And she seems to be slowly in danger of becoming more human the longer she pretends to be human. So she does end up kind of connecting with this other guy emotionally who just seems to want to help her and attempts to have sex with him, but doesn't. It appears she's surprised by part of the process.
Yes. And I definitely think that was a little bit more of humanity coming out. She's like, oh, this is, well, I've never gone this far. I didn't know that humans had this. Like, this is what.
Well, and it's possible that she may not be fully functional, and it wasn't going to.
Yeah.
She kind of cuts things off and starts checking herself out. It was very awkward.
It was a bit weird kind of watching. I did audibly during that scene just kind of yell, this dude is weird, because he offers her help and he's being super nice and then just makes that advance. And I'm like, hey, man, this woman hasn't said like a word. What are we? What are you doing, dude? Yeah, like what are you doing?
But eventually she runs into an actual bad man, a bad human.
Yes.
When she's hanging out in the woods, the logger, and he tries to assault her, and in the course of that tears her human suit and runs away, and then comes back with gasoline and throws it on her and sets her on fire.
Yeah,
so
I was not expecting that to happen. I was like, okay, he's gonna run off and maybe she'll, sit with herself and we can on a solemn note that's kind of empathetic, she's attaching herself to this humanity. Yeah, and then he comes back with gasoline and lights her on fire. I was like, oh, oh, this is wild.
Yeah. Oh, so the alien underneath though is black, not like human black, but black, and hairless and black eyes too, I think. And it was a different actress, and I'm wondering if that's because at one point she's looking down at the face of her suit that seems to still be. It kind of seems like it's still alive, or
somewhat functional.
The sky's function is still working, and I'm wondering if there was some kind of practical effect there with Scarlett's face, and that's why it had to be somebody else. I don't know. I didn't see anything about how they did that special effect. It could have easily been done these days with computers,
of course,
but they might have combined it with Scarlett actually laying there and then did computer stuff over it.
Yeah,
but that would explain why it was a different actress, so they could both be in the shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just ends with her burning up. Yeah. Oh, but at one point, I'm going to backtrack a little bit though. Yep. At one point, there appeared to be multiple motorcycle men, which implied multiple females out there doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Which that would make sense, but we don't actually see any of them. So
no. Yeah, it's
unless he was just hanging out with a motorcycle gang because he was getting into his role as well.
No, I'm with you.
Easily been that.
I'm with you in thinking that they just kind of walked amongst everybody, and this operation is probably going on in multiple different spaces. And with one of them going rogue, everybody has to go looking.
So, what's the name of is the book the same title?
Yes. From what I looked at, the novel is of the same title.
Okay, here it is. Based on Under the Skin by Michael Farber. So maybe he read the book and then worked on this movie for 10 years, or developing the book into a movie for 10 years. Oh, he has a young adult novel as well. So when was this? 2002, I guess? Somewhere around then?
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So that make no. Yes, 2000. First novel to be published was Under the Skin, 2000.
All right.
Written in and inspired by the Scottish Highlands.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Scarlett was putting on a basic English British accent, but some of the guys she was talking to had some rather thick Scottish accents.
Yes, they did. There were some scenes in this movie that were genuinely like haunting to me. I think that the beach scene was quite disturbing.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah. Just
what happened to that baby? They never found it.
Yeah, and that that happened, and Motorcycle Man comes up. He starts cleaning up a bit of the scene after Scarlett Johansson abducts this swimmer. The male and the female on the beach, both drowned, I assume, and left their baby just on the beach.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a guy, and what did she do? There's a guy who's like in a scuba suit. He's doing some skin diving or something. There's a couple with a baby and a dog, and there's Scarlett Johansson, and they're all on this beach. And Scarlett's trying to do her thing with the guy in the wetsuit. And the dog's out there swimming in the water, and it goes out too far. So the woman runs out there to try to get the dog. And then the husband runs out to try to get her, leaving the baby behind. The guy in the wetsuit swims out to try to save the husband, because he's closer, I guess. Drags him back to shore, but then the husband just turns around and goes back into the water. And the guy kind of collapses in exhaustion. And Scarlett comes, and the couple and the dog appear to get lost at sea there. And then Scarlett clocks him in the head with a rock and I guess she's like, well, screw the seducing stuff. He's already half unconscious.
Yeah.
So I guess she went and processed him with whatever the fuck was happening to the other guys.
Yeah.
And later motorcycle man comes along to pick up stuff that was left behind, and the baby's sitting there crying, and he just walks off.
Yeah.
But we hear a news report about it later, and it appears that the husband's body was found, but none of the rest of them were found.
Yeah, that baby got swept up.
Swept up when the tide came back in.
Yeah,
the baby went out with it.
Oh, dude, yeah, that scene was just sad to me. I was like, oh man, that's terrible.
I'm sure the fairies came.
Yes,
and took the baby.
The Scottish fairies.
Yes, and raised it as a little changeling.
Yes, yeah. I think that scene was scary. I think the score was very subtle but also very scary. Reminded me a lot of like the end of Annihilation with that score. Just like little stings here and there.
If that's the one I think it is, we might have to add that to our list for the ongoing show.
Okay. Yeah, most definitely.
It's an alien movie, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
I seem to recall not really liking it, but that's no reason not to discuss it.
That's okay. No, I think one thing I did find like really interesting about Scarlett's alien character is, she used her looks and this femininity that she has to seduce these men in the beginning, and then once she had a change of heart, I guess, that sort of coming to humanity, she became disgusted by those things. Like she couldn't, like looking at herself and physical touch of another person just kind of, it was like repulsive, and she stopped. Like she no longer knew how to speak because all of the conversations she had with men was to lure them back to whatever they were doing in that apartment, and she no longer knew how to talk. I'm assuming because she doesn't really know anything else other than what she'd been doing for however long she'd been doing it. So I just kind of thought that was like really cool, trying to figure out how to adjust to humanity outside of her base instincts of, well, got to provide for the alien race, whoever they are.
Finished training for the day? Time to fight post-workout fatigue with Core Power Protein Shakes. They're packed with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle and electrolytes to help hydrate. The nutrition you need to help your body replenish, rebuild, and repair post-workout so you can power on to the next one. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Visit corepower.com to learn more.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
It's probably for very rich, privileged aliens who
yes
can afford it at the 5-star restaurant with the what do they call it? Infusions and stuff.
Yep.
You get a little micro plate that looks like a pill and tastes like a steak or some shit.
Yep. Have a little human foie gras or something. They're real fancy.
Yeah. Oh. My. Okay. Well, anything else you want to mention before we wrap it up here?
No, man. What's the rating score this go round?
It's flying saucers.
All right. I had a
1
feeling
to 5
it was.
Flying saucers. Yeah. Folks, if you want to watch this, it's on Tubi and Fandango at home and Plex, free with ads.
Oh yeah, Tubi gang.
So there you go. I can't recommend Tubi enough.
Yeah, it's great.
Tubi and Pluto, between the two of them, it's got just about everything. So really, it's just a question of to be or not to be. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Thank you.
There we go.
Tip
All
your
right.
waitress.
There it is.
Anyway, how many flying saucers are you going to give Under the Skin?
I'm giving Under the Skin 4 flying saucers. That's what I gave it on Letterboxd. That's how I'm feeling.
Okay. All right. I think I'm giving it 3. It was okay. I mean, it's all very well done, but you know, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. It was okay.
Okay.
It's very artsy, very very well done. So
Yeah.
Scarlett's always nice to watch. She's naked in this a few times, but not really in a sexy way.
Yeah.
It's a little. I mean, it seemed from the point of view of her victims, there seems to, you know, there's sexiness going on, but it's very cold and clinical because we see her in this otherworldly black environment. And
yes.
We know that she's up to no good. So, yeah, it doesn't come off that way at all. But there you go, folks. 3 and 4 flying saucers from us. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Caleb. Folks, if you like what we're doing here, like and subscribe, rate and review. Consider joining our Patreon. When we spin this off into its own show, please follow that one as well. We will be back tomorrow with another in our 31 Days of Horror. Until then, I have been Precious D. My guest has been Caleb Mendez. Remember to keep watching the skies. We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.